Hey there. So this is the supplies I've used for this picture. And if you'll notice down the very bottom, there is a slight line there. I've used a very, very light marker to put that line because I will use it in trying to maneuver my petals a little bit later. And it's light enough that you can take it off or leave it at your end. So you can decide what to do on that. Here I'm taking a drop of the Aquamarine. I'm putting it down and getting it dried. And then I'm doing a drop of the Pitch Black. And I'm getting it dried. Of course, you know that second drop of ink does not dry like the first one, so I've taken my stylist and kind of messed with it a little bit here and rub it around, and it does dry a little faster, so that worked really well. Now here I've got my alcohol in my little bottle here, and I've just got very little in there so I can put a drop or two instead of it just kind of gushing out. So when it's fuller, it tends to do worse than if you just have very little in it, and that works well for me. Now as I'm getting closer to the line down here, I want to start angling it to look like the flower is actually dragging on the ground a little bit. And so I use that line as my guide once I get to the bottom of the petal. Now I did speed this up a little bit, so I do not blow it this fast, and just understand, don't try to go this fast. I am really slow when I blow it, but that helps me have more control over where the ink's going and really how much it's putting down. So just remember to go really slow, and it does a lot better. And as far as PSI, I do not know. Mine does not have a dial. But what I do is when it's on the very lowest, the little machine just keeps running. I turn it until it stops running, so it only runs while I'm using it. So hopefully that'll help out a little bit with wondering what the PSIs are. But it's not a strong one, it's pretty weak. I don't know if y'all can hear my cat. He is wearing me out, just sitting here, but he's loving being rubbed. Now keep in mind the first row or the first few or the first half of petals are kind of just fillers. They're just getting the ink down. They're just getting your direction. This is when you want to test out, do you like this direction or that direction? Because the second half of petals is what you're going to actually see. And these are usually a lot lighter than the ones that you end up with, because the second set of petals that you put down is actually picking up some of this previously put down ink, so it does let them be a little darker. So don't get real concerned with this first set, and just kind of get your direction and your shape in, and then the second half of this you'll really put down your darker ones, and you can already know your shape that you're wanting to do. So this is just putting down some ink and getting your shape in, and then the second half is when you're putting down the for real stuff. Now here I've decided I want some more blue. I want my blue pretty vibrant and a little bit darker than what it's doing, and I was afraid I didn't put enough ink down in the first place. So I just put another drop on there, get it dried, and then I'm continuing on with blowing out my petals. Now here, I've got a little petal that's not hanging with the rest of the guys. It's over to itself. And I kind of like that, not so uniformed look to it. Now I've taken a Q-tip, and do not hold this over your picture. I've done it so many times. Puts a little alcohol on it, and I'm rubbing off some of that dark area of the initial drops that we put down. I want some of that gone, because what I'm going to do here is put in a green marker and black marker. And I tried 2 or 3 things, but the markers is what I ended up with. So I left what I really didn't like to do, because it still gives you ideas on stuff and it still would work. But I just wanted you to see all the things that I've tried. First I go in and I do my little stem here, and that's the olive green marker. And then I start putting in the flower leaves that are up against the petals. And that's what I'm going to do on the flower here in just a second. But what I start trying to do is I take the ink, and I'm thinking that would fill in that area really well. What you've got to remember on this is that when the ink or the alcohol is not blown to a point, it will kind of puddle, make a rounded end. I did not want a rounded end. So that's what I'm trying to go in and put more of a point to it. So I try a stylist. Of course, that didn't work. I try to go in here and blow the ink in, but again, I couldn't blow it long enough to get a pointy end, because it would have been the length of my petals. So I'm piddling here trying. Now this would have probably worked to a point if I had not tried to get it to do that, the ending point thing, if I used a marker. But you can see me playing. I'm piddling and trying to see what would work best. This is decently, and I do like the texture that it ended up putting on here. But it didn't achieve the look I wanted. That look right there, I probably could have stopped on, but I had something in my head, and I just kept wanting to see if I could achieve it. This, I've taken the ink, put it on a piece of paper, running a little stylus through it. At this point, I'm trying to make those points that I'm wanting to see. I figured the petals are pointy. I want the little leaves pointy. While there's some interesting looks that a stylist in the ink can make. It just wasn't doing what I really wanted in this particular spot on this picture. So I do pull out my brush, and that's when I started seeing it come alive. Now I rub the brush in the ink that's on the scrap piece of paper, trying to let it thicken up a little bit, let some of it evaporate so that it goes on thicker and I can control it even more and I can get those pointy ends that I wanted. So sometimes you have to try different things and finally find what you wanted, and this was it. And here I'm putting the leaves, so I just put the straight ink down and take my brush and kind of put the pattern that I'm wanting in the shape of the leaf. And it's okay, it's just not as textured as I'm wanting, so I do go back in a little bit later and correct that. Now I've gone back to the part I've worked the most on, and I'm taking a black marker and just kind of putting in some darker pieces. The lightness of the green kind of bugged me, so I wanted it a little bit darker. So I'm just doing a little bit of dark on those edges, and then I'm going to take a green marker and fill in some of that, but pull some of that darkness up through there. So it looks more of a dark green than a lighter green. It's a great way to blend is with markers. They'll blend with each other, so you can actually blend them straight onto your picture. And there I go with that stylist again. I keep wanting to make them work well for me, but they're just not. So here I've added straight ink onto my leaves, and I'm taking my airbrush and just kind of blowing it back and forth. And when it dries, it's got a rough texture and a lot of different dimensions and colors. So stick with a good thing. I know this will work. And then I do the same technique over on the leaves that are on the flower. And I really liked how that looked, and it gave it the texture the same as the leaves. So I hope this gives you some great ideas, and y'all go have fun.